Hey, welcome to your Mandala activation reading. Today I want to bring messages from these gorgeous mandalas. And a mandala is a symbol of the cosmos or universe, and the word in Sanskrit means circle. So the idea of Mandala art is to inspire and transform ordinary minds into enlightened ones. And meditating on a mandala is an excellent form of healing. So I want to bring a message of healing to you today through these mandalas. So just take a moment and tune into the 4 mandalas that are at the back here and see which one's calling you, because there is a message here for you specifically in these mandalas. Now, know that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you. And I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. And if anybody here is new, I would love you to like, subscribe and share. And I'm practicing here with different angles. So I love your feedback on which angles you like with these readings I'm sharing on a weekly basis. Today I'm a little bit extra hoarse than usual. Excuse me. A little bit fluey. So I apologize for this this extra sexy voice. So let's get on with it and see what this first mandala brings. So if number 1 was your card, it is the vision. Archangel Michael Lapis Lazuli, the vision. My inner soul passion inspires me with vision, energy, and optimistic enthusiasm for creative possibilities. I trust that the true vision, awakening from the depths of my heart, attracts the perfect grace, opportunities, relationships, and information required for manifestation. I allow my highest aspirations to nourish me and urge me forward, step by step, with total trust in the generosity and goodness of the unknown, which is the portal through which my dreams come to life. Oh, it's exciting time for you guys. Exciting. So when we're manifesting, the biggest thing that I got out of that message for you is to trust the process and really get out of your own way. So get the vision, hold the vision, feel like you already have it, and go with it. So let's get a little bit more insight. Let me get some more cards and get more of an insight as to, you know, it's really nice when people say, you know, manifest it, you know, you manifested that, you're doing really well, keep focusing, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes we do these things and we don't even know how we did them. So I want to sort of give you a little bit of a guidance. Let's see how to do it, how to stay on track. So let's see the Spirit's messages today on what they can give you to continue this creation. That's what I want to say. Hang on, I know. Okay. I was starting to pull out all the cards, but then I got told to keep shuffling. So I will. All right. This one. And we'll go one more. Right. Okay. Oh, right. So, you are going on quite the journey. You are going on quite the journey at the moment. So, you may be in a situation that I feel like you're in a bit of a situation at the moment that you could actually call in some help. So why I say that is because you've come this far, and it feels to me as if you've done it quite solo. So it doesn't mean you don't have people around you, but you're going through some stuff that you're keeping to yourself. And sometimes, well, I say all the time for personal experience, when you share your problem with somebody, it halves the pressure, because then you've got a little bit of insight, or, you know, and I know that when I work with my clients, a lot of the time when they're sharing their stuff with me, it's the first time they're hearing themselves say it, or they didn't realize they felt that way. And I really feel that at the moment there's some unpacking for you to do to be able to continue into that vision that you really want. There's something that you really want here, but you're finding it a little bit difficult to reach. You're telling yourself that it's too hard, and that, you know, it's for everybody else and not for you. Well, I'm here to say that's rubbish, because it's time that you actually do start believing that you can actually, you know, achieve what you really want. And I know that because you've gone with the Mandala number 1, and you've not only got Archangel Michael, who comes in and helps, you know, flat out. I'd love you to maybe Google some YouTube meditations and get your relationship with Archangel Michael, you know, flowing, because he's there to help, and he'll only step in if you ask, and it's time that you call in the help. So if it's not from somebody in this physical realm, call in Archangel Michael, because you'll get insights and you'll get that relationship and feel that you have possibilities. There's more possibilities for you. So the first card here we have is balance. And, you know, up until now, you've been a little bit over here, a little bit over there, and not so balanced. But I know that recently you've realised where your energy is best put. And this is something that I know that you already know. So this is just confirmation. I'm not telling you anything you don't know here. It's just confirmation that you are doing the right things. You are calling the shots, as in you're not spending too much time over here. You just being aware. There's like this light that's gone on, that you're aware that, hey, this is not a good space for me to be in. This is killing my vibe. This is taking my time. This is not for me any longer. So you know that all this is happening, and I just want to confirm that one, because you already know about the balance. So that's really good, because you're already saying, no, this is not working. Next. Now the problem with that is that you get the emotions like the guilt and that type of thing, because you've always been one to be there for people, but you know in that there's equally a sense of freedom. So you're setting yourself free from being somebody's puppet. I want to say that's a bit rough, but that's what's coming up. So so you're calling the shots. You're making yourself available in different areas, and you're really tightening the reins in relationships. So I just want to confirm that with you and congratulate you, because that brings you a sense of freedom. And it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So the thing is, you're doing that. You're creating space for yourself, but in that, you're actually getting into a space that you don't deserve this. There's this unworthiness. So you're doing all the right things, but you've still got this talk happening. And if you're in a relationship that perhaps you've taken a step back, in this space that you've created, it's actually quite scary for you. It's something that you haven't done before. So the indecision comes in, and you're thinking, you know, oh, but I need someone to clarify, to confirm what I'm thinking, or I need someone to bounce off, and all this sort of stuff. But you actually don't once you really call the shots. So at the start I said call someone in, and I just want to clarify what I mean by that. So you call someone in to guide you to be making all these changes and to, you know, boundaries, set up boundaries. But once you've got your boundaries, you're going into a I don't know, I'm not going to say self-destruction because that's too dramatic, but you're going into a space that it's a little bit scary, and you're not sure what to do. And just be mindful of this, because in that, you know, it can affect your health, it can affect your mental thoughts, it can affect your sleep patterns, it can affect a lot of things, and you'll call in the fear, right? So in this space, the thing is, you're going to feel all these emotions, but when we do feel fear and panic, and I've said this before, we get the we get the racing heart, we get the sweaty palms, we get all these sort of sensations through our body, but that's actually the same sensations that we get when we're excited, you know, when something's coming up and we're a little bit apprehensive, yet we're creating. So really work on these emotions and switch them, because at the moment you're in a bit of an unknown area, and in that unknown area over here, remember it said, I allow my highest aspirations to nourish me and urge me forward, step by step, with total trust in the generosity and goodness of the unknown, which is the portal through which my dreams come to life. So this is just confirming that you're where you're meant to be, and it is a little uncomfortable, but it's not more uncomfortable than sitting in a space where we have no boundaries and we're letting people walk all over us. So that is the message for Mandala 1, but I do feel that I just want to pull a message to finish, and I'm just going to reach over here and get these cards. So this is just a nice little affirmation or a message, these little cards here. And it's this one, space. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. And that just confirms everything here, doesn't it? It's all about boundaries, setting yourself up. But, you know, in this little energy here of, you know, fear and indecision, and just give yourself some space. Feel it. But know that you're choosing yourself now. And when you choose yourself, that's scary. But it's bloody magical too. So if I could leave that message with you, and good job, keep doing you. And that is reading number 1. Oh, beautiful, lapis lazuli. And look, lapis lazuli is a very beautiful crystal. So again, jump on the internet, have a look at lapis lazuli, maybe go and purchase a piece. It is a very, very powerful crystal. It will help you with your visions as well. All right. So let's go with Mandala number 2. So Mandala number 2. All right, Goddess Freya and Amber. Oh, I love Amber. The Untamed. True to myself, I am untamed, divine soul, willing to take responsibility for my freedom. I uncage my divinity and allow the untamable beauty of truth to assert itself in every cell of my being. I give the freedom, loving divine rebel within permission to decondition my mind and lead me into wild grace. I allow the universe free access to assist, empower, and enliven my soul for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Enliven my soul, excuse me. All right, so amazing, the Untamed. I just see that as like a wild animal in the wild, and that's where you're at the moment. It's like, just don't tell me what to do, don't tell me what to say, just breaking all the chains of constriction, being held back, that type of thing. Like, no restriction, constriction. I'm making up words today. But yeah, you're just not wanting to be told what to do anymore. Like, you're just fighting everything. Now, in that, sometimes it's just nice to feel that you don't have to fight. And I'm here to say you don't actually have to fight. You just have to be yourself. Yeah, all right, let's see what cards we get here. Okay, I'm allowed to pull them one after the other here. All right, yeah. And I'm going to shuffle. These are really deep cards today. There's a massive activation happening for everybody in the collective too, so that makes sense. It makes sense. If you were tossing up between cards number 1 and 2, I can see why, because there's quite a little bit of similarities here. So at the moment I can see here that you're in a space where you're not wanting to be told what to do. You're looking at everything, you're questioning everything, and that's fantastic. I want to say well done, because there's nothing worse than just being told something and just purely believing it. Just purely believing it and trusting when you know in your gut it doesn't feel right. So there's stuff going on at the moment in your life that it just doesn't sit right, and you're questioning it. Don't be, I guess, swayed by being concerned about if you sound silly or if you look silly or what are they thinking about me and all the rest of it, because I guarantee everybody feels that way anyway. And it's time that you really do step up into your truth. And if it's something that's going on that doesn't sit right with you, or you don't believe it, then so be it. And that's okay. Keep being you. But in that, you do need to have a look at the dark side of you. Have a look at the dark side of you. And me personally, I had a panic attack only a couple of days ago, which was been the biggest panic attack I've had in 10 years. And I just thought, wow, where did that come from? And it was because I was facing something that I've suppressed, ignored for a very long time, for at least 2 or 3 years. And I thought, okay, look, it's time that I feel the feels and let it all up. And it came and manifested into a panic attack, which, I hated. Oh God, I hated it. But at least I felt it, because that's what was lying dormant in my body. So that's by looking at your shadow self. So if you feel that you're getting panicky or a little bit agitated at the moment, don't try to control it. Just make yourself some space, because when you look at the dark side of yourself and accept that, we're all light and we're all dark. We can't all be light all the time, because if we're light all the time, we can't actually enjoy the fact or appreciate the fact that we're a light being if we don't face the darkness. So we need to be the dark to appreciate the light. And we need to be the light to know that the dark's not forever. And that's what's going on at the moment with you. You're having a look at, everything. You're questioning everything, and some of it brings out the light, some of it brings out the dark, but that's fine, because you're actually addressing something that you've suppressed for a while. And you're being that untamed version of yourself. And in that, there's cause for celebration, because you're opening up parts of your soul that you've been searching for so long. And I can't help but notice that there's 3 glasses here. So I know that there's two of your soul tribe, or 2 people in your life that are carrying you through at the moment. Open up to them if you haven't got these 2 just yet, but you will find them, because that's what's really standing out to me, the 3. So it's you plus 2 others that are going through this at the moment. So it's really, really exciting that you do have that calling. It's at different levels, but you all get each other. So please find your tribe. That's how I want to say it. Your tribe. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be someone you haven't met yet. But know that it is there. And there's 2. They don't need to know each other, but you certainly do have the 3. Now, when you are in this state of, questioning everything and just trusting how you feel, that's where you're calling in your intuition. So it's a really nice time to just, if you look at this lady, she's got her eyes closed. Nothing's bothering her. She's just tuning in to seeing how she feels for a change. And that's where you're at. Just close your eyes, take some time, because in that, the mental conflict is behind you. In that, let me say that again, the mental conflict is behind you. Notice that they're both 2s. Notice that they're both 2s. What does 2 mean for you? Because in this, I feel like it's 2 sides of you, which is the shadow, right? So use the gut feeling to tune in to what needs to come up, the dark and the light. And when you use your intuition, the mental conflict is behind you, because you know how you feel. You just know. You don't have to explain it. You just know. And in that comes the ultimate goal, which is the balance. And that's where you're at the moment. So really, it feels like it's quite destructive, but it's not. It just needs to be this way for now, and it's not forever. But you're just going through the motions, and you're doing whatever needs to be done because you feel it, and you can't ignore it anymore. You're not going to be boxed in anymore. You're not going to be told how to feel anymore. And that is where you're at, and it's a very exciting time. Now, just be kind to yourself, to others. You don't have to make this a nasty time or an aggressive time. But that's what I get. And just your last message is, if you avoid conflict to keep the peace, you start a war inside yourself. Oh, wee. How fitting is that? See? So it's time that you start looking at yourself and saying what you need to say unapologetically. But like I said, it doesn't have to be aggressive, and it doesn't have to be unkind. And if somebody doesn't like what you say or how you're behaving, that's on them, not you, as long as it's true to you. But please, be kind and keep doing you. Well done. That's a very cool reading, isn't it? So that was mandala number 2, Goddess Freya and Amber. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Moving on. Put them back there. All right. Mandala number 3. All right. Let's see what this says. Angel Lahabiel and Black Tourmaline, purification. All right, time to cleanse, guys. I courageously choose to let go. I embrace healing and renewal. I release and surrender with perfect trust. I am cleansed through a powerful outpouring of spiritual grace. Spaciousness now opens within me, beneath me, behind me, and before me. Within this clean, clear space, that which is outmoded is absorbed and reborn as an unlimited potential for manifesting new sacredness. Now is a time of potential and grace, which I amplify and activate through relaxation and release. Oh, this is my card. I am blessed with the spiritual cleansing and divine protection to begin again. Oh gosh, yes, that's beautiful. If you went for mandala number 3, it's all about letting go and stop trying to control how you're feeling. Stop trying to, hold on to the old. It's time to release it. Time to let it go. Because in that space, you get the potential and, you amplify and activate. But it needs to be through relaxation and release. So you have to stop. You have to stop. You won't be able to continue going forward without, burning yourself out, says me with this husky voice. All right. Let's get a bit more clarification to this purification card. Oh, these are beautiful cards, these ones. We've got energy. Oops. Intermingle. Self-care. Security, merriment. Oh gosh, these cards are beautiful. Love these cards. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look. So already Spirit's telling us with mandala number 3 that it's time for relaxation and release. I am blessed with the spiritual cleansing and divine protection to begin again. So when we let go of these things, it's not pretty. We can get down and out. We can get depressed to the point that we don't want to go and, talk to anyone, or we don't want to get out of bed. We want to shut our curtains and all these things that are just keeping us sad, right? But know that this is a process. It's not just a destination where you just go, I'm out, and that's it, you switch off. We're actually at a point of releasing and letting things go because we can't continue forward until we do. And like I say, our healing process is like an onion. It's like a layer upon layer upon layer. So we, go through one layer and we feel great for a while, but then all of a sudden the next layer comes up. We have to go through that one, then it comes up. And so old things, I feel like old things will be coming up for you, old hurts, past traumas. And you're like, come on, I've dealt with this shit. Why is it coming up again? It's because you're going to the next stage or the next level of healing. The deeper core issues are coming up, which is a fantastic time to realize that you're doing the work. You're doing the work. It's time for it to all come up. So be mindful of your energy, mindful of where you're putting it, what you're focusing on, because as we all know, what we focus on, that's where our energy flows. So make sure you're focusing on your healing process. Make sure you're focusing on the outcome, because you will be feeling the feels at the moment. You will be feeling a little bit maybe out of your body experiences from time to time. Like you'll come back into the room and someone will be calling your name and you'll be like, what? And they'll go, I'm talking to you. It's like, oh, where did I just go? And it feels as if you're going into the spiritual realms because it's nicer, it's cleaner, it's, just I'm out. And it's time to come back and live this this physical existence while we can. So come back. That's what and yeah, intermingle, like talk to the people. Talk to people around you. See what they're picking up. See what's going on for them. Like, it'd be interesting because you've got your ways, you've got your story, you've got your traumas, you've got all this sort of stuff. And I feel like in this purification process, you've been focusing too much on yourself. And I don't tend to say that to people often. But if you don't realize that we're all connected and we're all part of the bigger picture, we're all part of the collective, you're going to miss lessons. You're going to miss the opportunity to realize that, you know, you're going through stuff, but you might be going through somebody else's stuff. Now, I don't know if this is a thing, but my dad had COVID recently and he had no symptoms, and I feel like I took his symptoms. I don't know if that's a thing, but I believe I did that. And it's a ridiculous thing to think, but hey, in this realm, in this industry, anything and everything is possible. So yeah, that was something that I really believe I took on. So be mindful of what we're doing. Like, you know, by choice, I probably would have chosen to do that. So this is the thing. When we have to go through purification, we're not only going through our purification, but we're going through other people's purification as well. So just find out what is going on for everybody around you, because it may very well be, hang on a minute, that's exactly what I'm going through. Maybe it's not my stuff, maybe it's theirs and I've taken it on for them. So be very mindful of that, because we're very powerful beings. And then when you get a bit of an understanding as to what's happening, that's when you can really focus on yourself. Because I don't want you feeling like this is all your stuff only. And in that self-care for you, it might be just like this beautiful woman just brushing her hair. It might be brushing your hair. I don't know about you, but I haven't brushed my hair today yet. Excuse me. But it may also be just sleeping in. It may also be just asking for some space in your home or walking in nature. But really, and what's standing out for me is the light that goes on. And in that space, when you do take time for yourself, the light will go on. You will get downloads. You will get activations. And in that, you'll realize that you're not alone. You're actually not alone. There's something here about you thinking you're doing this all alone. And when you realize that, you step into your security. And I see in this card, she's holding a fox, right? And a fox isn't a bad animal. It fends for itself. It goes to, I guess, you know, like it'll go and get a chicken or something. So it has to go and get a weaker type of animal to eat. So just be mindful that when you do feel that strength after, you know, working out what's going on for you and taking the time to care for yourself, realize that not a lot of people around you are as strong as you. Okay, so you might be able to say something to someone and it could crush them. And it's not that you're meaning it, you're just saying it because, you know, it is what it is. But realize who you're talking to, feel who you're talking to, and be mindful of how you say things, because after you do this work, you're going to be in quite a powerful space. You're going to be quite strong and be able to, you know, speak truthfully, but just be mindful how blunt you might get, because you might get too powerful. And when we're too powerful, sometimes we forget what's going on around us. So just stay in that space of, rather than being right, perhaps being kind. Okay, that's a really strong message that I'm getting for this reading. And in that comes the merriment. In that comes the playfulness. Bring out the inner child. And, you know, otherwise, we're going to be trying to prove everybody wrong all the time. We're going to be saying, like, that's not right. And you know what? I don't doubt that you're spot on. I don't doubt that you know what you know. But that's your truth and that's your journey. Not everybody has to know that. They may never, ever get on side this lifetime. But once you get into that space, that's where the joy, the inner child, fun. Like, really connect with children if you can. And I always say, if you ever got a really, a hard situation and a question to ask a child, because they're going to give you the most simplest answer, and you're going to go, why did I ever complicate this? Obviously ask them in a child type of way, nothing dramatic, but really bring that inner child out, because it's time for you to have fun. It's time for you to have fun, but you're too serious at the moment. But you can see the flow here, that when you start emptying what's going on for you, realizing it's all not yours, and giving yourself permission to relax and to... Sorry, my battery just went flat. So yes, giving yourself permission to relax and just release. Okay, so you're in a beautiful space here. This is an absolute gorgeous reading. So just be very mindful and go more with flow. Okay, so that is your reading. And I just want to pull out one of these affirmations just to finish your reading off. And it is this one. Move. A long walk is good for the soul. Get outside. Allow Mother Nature to lift your spirits. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So take the time. Allow yourself to go through the roller coaster of healing. This is a really big activation, a really big awakening for you at the moment. Let it all go. Lighten up as you go. That is the goal. And Mother Nature's always there to help us. And, it's time that we allow her in. And that is the reading for Mandala number 3, purification. All right. Just going to pop these away. Excuse me. All right. And last but not least is Mandala number 4. Ascended Master, Serapis Bay, and Clear Calcite, Karmic Grace. Ooh. I attract divinely inspired solutions and uplifting healing energies. I consciously cultivate optimism and joy to elevate my frequency. My soul resonates with forgiveness and freedom. I allow the easiest and most graceful way to open for me. My path is clear. I honor the worth of my soul and the love that blesses and guides my journey. I acknowledge that karma is transformed through grace and becomes wisdom. I open my heart to such grace for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Oh, wow, what a beautiful card. So, excuse me, so you're really tapping into the joy. You're really tapping into joy now. And from joy, beautiful things happen, because we find... No, it's this one. Okay. We find that we can open our hearts and we can really see the good in every situation. So if this is something you're yet to feel, know that you've been drawn to Mandala number 4 and this is coming. So let's see how. Let's see how this is coming, or what you need to do. All right, we've got the crown chakra. Yes. Disconnect and boredom. Positive movement forward. Spiritual strength. And last but not least, hope. All right. Excuse me. All right, I know that I'm not 100% at the moment, but I really feel that I'm just clearing my throat a little bit too much to ignore. So I know that at the moment for you, it's expressing your truth as well. Okay, it's really speaking up and allow yourself to speak your words. Allow yourself to speak your words, because sometimes you are in situations where you think, how the hell are these people not seeing how lucky they are, how blessed they are? How the heck are they just, looking at the darkness and the negative? And, that's where they're focused. And you're finding it really difficult to be around people that are bringing you down at the moment. So that's a very real situation for everybody. But you more so at the moment with Mandala number 4. Now, the first card you get here is the crown chakra. So I know that it's time for you to actually really channel this joy throughout your entire body. And when you sit in meditation, connect with spirit to come down through your crown chakra to fill your entire body with this frequency, because you're really in a new frequency now. You've actually already stepped over from you've really elevated to the next frequency. And like I said earlier, it's not pretty when that happens sometimes. You've got to let go of lots of stuff. So you're really coming out the other side. And in that, sometimes you can actually feel and disconnect and boredom. Now, I'm just really... You're at two sides here. Sometimes when we go through these activations and step up, we find, well, okay, what's next? Because you've had such a big shift. You're looking at everything differently, but now you're ready to bring something bigger and better in. And I know personally, I was working with one-on-one clients for so many years, and then all of a sudden I was like, I've got to get to the collective, and hence my YouTube channel. So I know there's something here that you want to go bigger and better. So you may be interested in something like a YouTube channel. You might be interested in calling people together to do collective work. So I know that you alone is not satisfying you anymore. Of course you can still do you alone, but you need to call people in. You want to bring people in that are like-minded, because when you've got your tribe and your people, you're going to be able to help so many more people stop focusing on the darkness and how bad it is. Where and when you've got that tribe with you, you're going to be able to really take that huge step forward. And I can't ignore the number 8 here, because that's, infinity, it's never ending. And whatever you are teaching at the moment, and if you're not, you really should consider it. I feel that you're a teacher. I feel that you've got so much more to bring, because you've done the hard yards. You've really done it. You've shaken off a lot of past events that have held you back. And you've really done the work. I really want to say well done, but you really need to share with people how to do it. And I say to people, there's no way known I've gone through so much trauma in my life for no reason. It's for me to help people and guide them through their story, or even prevent them from going through what I've gone through. And that's what I feel with you. You're a true healer. There's something you've got that you need to share. And if you don't know what it is, it's just purely you. It's just purely you, and it's purely your story, because in that there's a spiritual strength. And sorry about this card being a little bit torn. I've had this deck for many years, and I don't know if that was the kids or the animals. But I know that you've got a lot of stuff happening around you that you like to think, well, I can't, because I've got the kids, I've got the animals, I've got too much happening. I can't do what I want to do. I can't live my dream just yet. Well, I'm here to say rubbish. You can. It's just little portions. Like I worked in the past, and I feel like I'm telling my story a little bit today with you for a reason, because I feel that you can resonate with this. And I worked in a role for 10 years whilst I started building my dream on, weeknights and weekends. And I feel like whatever it is that you're doing here, just small chunks, little bite-sized pieces, and it'll all start coming together. But don't just wait till the kids are older. Wait till, you're in a different situation, because it's here and now. And that's the real strong message that I get, because you have a message to share, and it is all about hope. It's all about hope. It's all about you sharing that joy that you just live. You're just sunshine. When you come into a room, people want to be around you. They want to hear what you've got to say. So whether it's public speaking, or whether you're putting together a course online, or just writing a book, there's a message, and you need to share it. This is like, that's the strongest message that I've got in all these mandalas for you to share. Like these ones here, the first 3 are all about self, really. But this mandala here, this is all about you going to the collective now. You've got a message and you need to share it. And if you feel that that's not for you, just sit with it. Just sit with it, because I know that is your message today. And I just want to pull one little affirmation to finish with for Mandala number 4. I bet you're doing all of this already anyway. You probably don't even know it's success. Whatever you choose to do, it's going to be a success. Today is a really good day. You're in the flow. Problems are solved quickly and easily. Helpful people show up for you. And unexpected gifts fall in your lap. What a beautiful reading. I'm very excited, and I'd love for you to comment down below and let me know how you went with these messages today. Let me know what projects you're on or what ideas you may have. This is an amazing time for everybody at the moment. None of these readings are negative. They're all beautiful. They're all about progress. They're all about going with your journey and healing. So keep doing that. Keep doing that. There's a future for everybody, and we really need to keep creating the future that we really aspire to be part of. And that is your reading for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, if this resonates for you, please share, like, subscribe, and all those things. And thank you. Have a beautiful week. Stay well, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.